force something, just tuck it down, get you 5-6 yards. Get you a good second down situation here.
So from midfield, it is second down and 4. Option goes to the right side. Connor Murray breaks free. Connor Murray into the secondary, inside the 20 and dropped from behind. Big run for Connor Murray. Biggest run of the year for the sophomore running back. He takes it all the way to the 23-yard line, a 27-yard run, and a first down for Baldwin.
First and 10 VHS at the 23.
A chance to put two touchdowns on the board on 2 possessions. They already took their first lead of the year on their opening drive touchdown. And now after the turnover on downs, trying to go down and get another one. Harvey back to the air, and it's picked off at the 15-yard line. Royal Valley has the ball coming the other way. Back to midfield and twisted out of bounds by Harvey is Trayson Murata, ending the promising Bulldog drive with the interception. The 7th interception thrown this year by Harvey.
I just mentioned some of the maturity not forcing balls in there, and that time I didn't see who he's trying to get the ball to, but it was not open, kind of double coverage there, and not a good decision from Harvey, but good job to hustle and make the tackle, not let him get a pick 6 there. See if the Baldwin defense can bow up once again.
From the 46 of Baldwin, first down and 10, Royal Valley. Little reverse look to Murata this time. And Trayson Murata to the 38-yard line. Zane Nowak with the tackle.
Baldwin's number 30, Connor Murray, number 2, Cody Baldwin. 8-yard gain on the play, second and 2.
After the 8-yard run, it's second down and 2. Parrott, the fullback. He burrows down to the 35-yard line. Give Parrott 3 and another first down for Royal Valley. From the 35, first down and 10. Jamison Shane down to the 28-yard line. 7-yard run, and Azola on the tackle.
Tackle made by Baldwin's number 12, Jack Harvey, and number 9, Miguel Andazola.
Again with the
7-yard gain,
quick pace, they stay right with it. Shane again bounces into the secondary. There is nobody home, and he's gone for a 28-yard touchdown run. So a quick answer, lightning quick, 4 plays, 46 yards, and Jamison Shane gets the last 28 on that touchdown run to put Royal Valley back in front 13-8. Parks back on for the extra point. He was successful on his first extra point attempt. And here's the kick from Parks, and that one right down the middle as well. 14-8, Royal Valley answers after the turnover to take a 6-point lead with 8:11 left to play in the first half on Baldwin Sports Live. Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. 8:11 left to play in the first half. 14-8, Royal Valley on top of Baldwin as the Panthers take advantage of a turnover and take it down 4 plays later. 4-play, 46-yard drive, just 55 seconds needed, and a touchdown run 28 yards out by Jamison Shane.
This has all the makings of a back and forth good football game.
Yeah, the Bulldogs missed their opportunity to sort of take the lead in that dance after they got the turnover on downs. Had their opportunity after a big run by Connor Murray. A 27-yard run by Murray set him up down at the 23-yard line, but they turned it over on the next play. Here's Mahaffey on the return. He is chopped down at the 34-yard line. tackle on special teams made by Jackson Stevens. So the Bulldogs will once again have to try to play from behind and answer with 8:06 left to play in the first half. Now down 14-8.
First and 10 Bulldogs at the 34.
That's where you got to have a short-term memory as a quarterback. Come out and just sling it around like that interception never happened.
Harvey gets started 5 of 7 for 46 yards and a touchdown. With the interception ended the last drive. Now they start this possession on the ground. Cody Buck.
Block here by number 2, Cody Buck.
Hit initially by Chase Emery and then finished off by Levi Parrott.
Levi Parrott for the Panthers.
It's just a 1-yard run for Cody Buck to the 20 or 35-yard line. Sets up second down and 9. An 11-play opening drive touchdown for Baldwin. They've been very balanced so far. 7 rushes, 8 passes. Harvey, quick throw to Mahaffey. Cole trying to get out to the sideline is cut down right at the first down marker at the 39-yard line. Aiden McKenzie makes the tackle at the end of that 9-yard play. And it looks like it will be enough for a first down. No signal yet. There it is. It is a first down completion to Mahaffey. His third grab of this first half.
For a Baldwin Bulldog.
First down at 10 from the 44-yard line. Harvey once again looking to air it out. This time deep shot for Mahaffey. Cole makes the catch at the 15-yard line and trots into the end zone as the defender McKenzie fell down trying to defend the pass. 55-yard touchdown completion to Cole Mahaffey.
Touchdown.
And that's what we missed last week so much. He's got such an X factor on the outside. He can win those jump balls, go deep. I mean, another good pass from Harvey. That's pretty much right in stride.
Mahaffey has just 13 catches this year as he's playing in just his 4th game. And of those 13 catches, 4 of them have gone for touchdowns. And prior to the 2-point conversion try, Bob Lisher takes a Baldwin timeout as the Bulldogs have tied this game up with that 56-yard touchdown pass. And now we'll look to retake the lead on a 2-point conversion. They were able to get the 2 points successful after their last touchdown on a quarterback keeper. Jack Harvey ran it in for 2. Bulldogs using the timeout here to set up what is hopefully a lead-changing 2-point conversion play coming up.
Yeah, these conversions start getting big when you start getting into kind of a back-and-forth type shootout game. You don't want to start chasing points because it looks like they're just going to kick extra points when they score. So these are huge plays.
So out of the timeout, Harvey brings the offense back out for a 2-point try with 6:39 left in the first half. Tie ball game, 14 apiece. 56-yard touchdown pass from Harvey to Mahaffey. Got him in the end zone. Now Harvey looking for the 2-point conversion. Looks to the right, fires to Darnell, and it is broken up. Undercutting the route to knock that pass away was Tracy Murata. So we will remain tied at 14 apiece with 6:39 to play in the first half here on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
.39 left to play first half. 14-14 Baldwin and Royal Valley. Both teams started this ball game out with nice long drives. Royal Valley, 8-play touchdown drive. Baldwin, an 11-play touchdown drive to answer. But it has ended up being 2 short touchdown drives to answer since then. 4-play, 55-second, 46-yard drive for Royal Valley, and then a 3-play, 66-yard, 1-minute, 32-second drive for Baldwin. Capped on a 56-yard touchdown pass from Harvey to Mahaffey. Kickoff by Murray sends the returner back to the 11-yard line. And Murata back to the 30. Special teams tackle made by Dylan Williams.
Ball returned by Royal Valley's number 22. Pedraza.
So from the 31-yard line with 6:31 left to play in the first half. This run-heavy attack of Royal Valley back out on the field. They've thrown the ball just one time. They've run 26 plays so far, 25 rushing plays, 1 pass play. And that was on a 4th down and 6. An incomplete pass. So no surprise, they started back on the ground this possession with Murata. Nice run by Trayson Murata. And a couple of Bulldog defenders miss. Picks up 10 yards across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And depending on the spot, he's going to be just a bit short or just enough. After a long look at it, the officials still have not decided whether it's a first down or not.
9-yard gain, 2nd and 1 for the Panthers.
They might have to bring the chains on the field. They stop the clock with 6:21 left to play in the first half. Still taking a long look as the chains come out to measure. And it is a first down.
Again, it's enough yards for Royal Valley Panther. First down. They're at the 41-yard line.
I believe that's the first measurement of the season if you're counting at home.
Mark it off on your bingo card.
Yep.
I believe you are correct. Here we go on a first down and 10. Keep it on the ground. Surprise, surprise, right? Jamison Shane gets the carry, and he picks up 2 to the 43-yard line where Connor Murray makes the tackle.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm just watching every now and then Royal Valley will actually split a wide receiver out really wide. Not sure if they're really intent on throwing the ball to him or if they just want to get a Baldwin defender out of the box.
Parrott churns those legs forward on a 2nd down and 8. Levi Parrott takes it across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 9 yards and another Royal Valley first down. As Ryan mentions, there comes that receiver split out wide to the right side, but they keep it on the ground. Jamison Shane able to stay on his feet as Andazola could not bring him down, and he almost just shot him out of there. Twisted him around and gave him a boost as Jamison Shane takes it to the house. A 48-yard touchdown run, his 2nd of this first half. And back in front goes Royal Valley at 20-14 with 5:22 to play in the half.
Yeah, you're right. It looked kind of like a slingshot there. He spun him around, but some really good speed there. Just outran everybody on the Baldwin defense.
Parks is a perfect 2 of 2 so far in his extra point attempts. McKenzie puts it down. This time it comes out low and to the right, no good. 20-14. Royal Valley leads with 5:22 left to play in the first half. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City. Well,
it's another quick strike scoring drive for Royal Valley. 69 yards on 4 plays. Just a minute and 17 seconds off of the clock. And a 48-yard touchdown run by Jamison Shane, who has capped off each of their last 2 drives now with touchdowns. And Royal Valley back in front 20-14. They did miss the extra point. First missed extra point in this game for Royal Valley. So we'll see if Baldwin can go down and grab the lead back. The Bulldogs held the lead briefly at 8-7. After a turnover on downs, the Dogs had a chance to go down there and extend that lead and take the lead in this back and forth battle.
On kickoff, number 81.
But then they turned it over on an interception. This is Cody Buck on the return. Had a little trouble getting the ball picked up initially. And he has dropped just short of the 30-yard line on a good special teams tackle made by Royal Valley's Ethan Brosette.
Return by number 2, Cody Buck, tackle made by Royal Valley's number 22, Ethan Brosette.
With 5:15 left to play in the half, still plenty of time with the way these 2 offenses have been operating last couple of times they've had it. The Bulldogs needed just 3 plays to go 66 yards and a touchdown last time they had the football. Big play with a 56-yarder to Cole Mahaffey on that drive. Harvey wants to go to the air and into double coverage, incomplete with a flag down. Darnell, the receiver, and he is a bit slow getting up. Well, Bunsey and McKenzie were both there in coverage.
I think one of them got there a little early.
And that is the call, a pass interference penalty against Royal Valley. A 15-yard penalty against the Panthers, and that 15 yards will be enough for a Bulldog first down.
First and 10 Bulldogs.
Takes it out to the 42-yard line. 43-yard line will make it. And a first down for Baldwin. A fake handoff to Murray, and they go back to the air to Cole Mahaffey. This time wrapped up immediately on the catch. Doesn't get a very favorable spot. And he was twisted backwards by Murata, and they take him back to basically where they twisted him backwards down to the 46, a 3-yard gain.
3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Already 5 grabs for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game for Cole Mahaffey. 2nd down and 7 at the 46. Fake to Murray. Harvey keeps a lot of space up the middle for the quarterback, Jack Harvey. Now busts it to the outside and is out of bounds near the 38. McKenzie takes him out of bounds, but a big run by Jack Harvey. They pick up 26 yards on the run by Harvey. And a first down and 10. Baldwin from the 28 of Royal Valley with 4:22 left in the half.
More tough running from Jack Harvey there. It seems like it's not a run for him unless he lowers his shoulder and makes somebody hurt for it afterwards.
Even when he goes out of bounds, he makes sure that he
can hit somebody.
Makes an impact. First down and 10 at the 28 of Royal Valley. Good time to throw. Harvey down the seam, has Darnell for the touchdown. 28-yard strike for the Bulldogs.
It's a Baldwin Bulldog touchdown.
So Darnell with his 2nd touchdown grab of the year leads the team in catches and yards receiving this year. Now hauls in his 2nd touchdown. And Baldwin a chance to once again take the lead.
Harvey's just got such great touch on those lob passes.
1 for 2 so far on their 2-point tries. High snap, Harvey. Shovel pass outside to Murray, who's in for the 2-point conversion. Timing busted up a little bit on the high snap, but the Bulldogs able to strike for 8, and they lead at 22-20 with 4:15 left to play here in the 2nd quarter on Baldwin Sports Live.
Elite Chiropractic provides the latest and most effective adjusting techniques and soft tissue work, while staying up to date on current treatment research to ensure each patient receives their own specialized care. Dr. Ethan James operates with a patient-first mentality, with a goal to get you back to normal as quickly and efficiently as possible. Elite Chiropractic accepts most insurance plans and works with patients of all ages. Get the relief you deserve. Call 785-594-1191 to make your appointment with Dr. Ethan James at Elite Chiropractic.
Well, you can't hardly turn away from the screen or you'll miss the next score, as it is a 3-play, 57-yard drive for the Bulldogs, just 1:07 off the clock, and a 28-yard touchdown pass from Jack Harvey to Sam Darnell. Third touchdown pass of the first half for Jack Harvey, and the Bulldogs have taken a 22-20 lead on top of Royal Valley with 4:15 left to play until halftime.
I mean, what else can you ask for the last game of the year? This has been an entertaining one so far. Good first half.
The first scoring drive for each team combined to take about 8 minutes off the clock. But the last 4 touchdown drives have gone 55 seconds, 132, 117, and 107. Well, Bunsey on the return after the short kickoff to the 38-yard line, and Azzola with the tackle. So still, at this rate, plenty of more scores to come in this first half. 4:11 left to play until halftime. 22-20 Baldwin on top of Royal Valley. It has been ground and pound for the Royal Valley Panthers tonight. 29 of their 30 plays on offense have been rushing plays. And their 30th rushing play goes to Parrott, who is sent backwards by Wesley Martin after a 2-yard gain to the 40-yard line, 2nd down and 8.
After that play by Baldwin's number 68.
Even though you know basically it's a run that's coming at you, Royal Valley is still rushing the football for 7.5 yards per carry right now.
I mean, you look across that offensive line for Royal Valley, you got some good size up there. So, I mean, it's not just like line up and you're going to stop them.
2nd down and 8. Hand off to Shane. The forward progress is stopped near the 45-yard line. Call it a 5-yard run to bring up 3rd down and 3. You talk about that size. Cody Wassinger, their left tackle, he's the smallest at 6'2", 200. And then you've got Ashton Wood, 5'8", 250. William Kralisek, 6 foot, 265. Robert Griffith, 5'11", 280. And Jesse Shane, 5'10", 240. So they've got some size, they've got some strength on that line to push that defensive line forward as Levi Parrott pushes his way out to the 49-yard line. And it's another first down for Royal Valley.
That's impressive for me because the Baldwin, their D-line, has been one of their strengths defensively all year long, kind of stopping that run up the middle. They're not getting any penetration so far tonight.
First down and 10, just short of midfield. Ball's on the turf as the snap was fumbled by McKenzie. Aiden McKenzie able to fall back on top of it, so they avoid a turnover. It goes as a no gain on the play and brings up 2nd down and 10 with 2.5 minutes to play in the half.
I've been waiting for that to happen. That's one of the dangers about running kind of that pistol look they do with the quarterback only a few yards behind the center. You can see him there. It's got to be a quick reaction catch for you. Sometimes the center gets a little excited.
2nd down and 10. After a couple of fakes, it ends up in the hands of Trayson Murata. He picks up 2 before Brent Davidson makes the tackle for Baldwin. And that will set up a 3rd down and long, 3rd and 8, under 2 minutes left to play in the half. Haven't faced many 3rd down and longs. Team that's not afraid to go for it on a 4th down, so they'll look to get a few yards, if not the whole thing here. It's Parrott, the fullback, and that's all he does get is a few yards. And Baldwin has taken a timeout defensively here with 1:26 seconds left. As Bob Lisher wants to try and preserve a little clock on the other side of what he's hoping is a turnover on downs. After that 3-yard run by Parrott, it sets up a 4th down and 5 coming up after this timeout by the Bulldogs. So you do stop the clock if Royal Valley converts this. You give them a chance to preserve their timeouts, but I like the aggressiveness here by Bob Lisher saying, we're going to make the stop and then we're going to go score again.
Yeah, I like it too. It's experienced coach realizing that your defense has been playing well this drive. And got a 4th and about 5-6 yards, so you get a stop here, and I appreciate. We get the ball, start the second half. So I mean, get one of those double dip actions, get a touchdown right before the half, and maybe score again.
Which could be huge in this yo-yo of a game.
Yeah.
It's just been what you do, we'll do as well, and a chance to get potentially back-to-back possessions, resulting in what the hope would be back-to-back scores, would put a new outlook on this game. But first things first, the Bulldogs have to make the stop on 4th down and 5. Ball to the 46-yard line of Baldwin. Big 4th down. 4th and 5. Handoff goes to Tracy Murata, and he has the first down. Murata is all the way down to the 25-yard line, where he's stopped by Cody Buck. But it's a 21-yard run by Tracy Murata on 4th down and 5. Huge play for Royal Valley, where they had to have one. Officially marked at the 26-yard line. It's a 1st down and 10. Nothing doing there.
Number 25, Levi Parrott.
Parrott goes nowhere. Jonathan Wren and Sam Darnell with the tackle. No gain, brings up 2nd down and 10.
Still 2 timeouts left for Royal Valley, so they got plenty of time.
Clock down underneath of a minute to go. Toss it to the outside. Trying to get the corner on the right. Shane has nowhere to go. Tristan Capel initially had him around the ankles at the 30-yard line. Harvey comes along with some help from Vance Morgan and Cody Buck. They make the stop back at the 30-yard line. 29 is where they'll mark it for a 4-yard loss. And a timeout is taken by the Royal Valley Panthers. So a big play there to push him back to a 3rd down and 14. And now down to just 1 timeout remaining in the half for Royal Valley. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing in Baldwin City. They are always looking to add to their family-owned company. Actively looking to fill positions for skilled CNC machinists and CNC operators. Excellent pay, competitive benefit packages with a climate-controlled work environment and friendly support staff that's dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Contact jobs at riceprecision.com to set up an interview with Rice Precision Manufacturing. 3rd down and 14. 48 seconds left in the first half. Do they dare go to the air, as they've done just 1 time in this game? They keep it on the ground with Murata. He is brought down on 1-arm tackle by Jonathan Wren, made at the 20-yard line. They'll mark at the 21 for an 8-yard run. Clock running with 35 seconds to go. Royal Valley has just 1 timeout remaining. We've seen their kicker make a couple of extra points. I'm not sure if they're in range yet. I would say not for Parks, but if they get another 10 yards or so, perhaps they would try it, as the clock is now down to 20 seconds. 4th down and 6. And they will not get the first down. On a 4th and 6 handoff, they go right up the gut with it. But they are stopped a couple of yards short. Levi Parrott unable to convert, and they turn it over on downs. Connor Murray makes the big 4th down tackle, and it leaves the Baldwin Bulldogs with just 12 seconds left. Well, not a lot of time, but there is, I guess, still some time if they want to try to take a shot or two to Mahaffey maybe and come up with a big play here in the final seconds of the half. Mahaffey is slot left for Harvey. Just don't want a disaster play here, with Baldwin leading 22-20. And they'll go with the safer call, keep it on the ground. Jack Harvey, the quarterback, out to the 22-yard line for a 5-yard run, and that will send us to the half. So the Baldwin Bulldogs with a 2-point halftime lead, 22-20. Baldwin on top of Royal Valley. Coming up next, it's the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show here on Baldwin Sports Live. We'll take a look at your Baldwin Sports update, including an update from Hutch, where the Baldwin girls are playing in the state volleyball tournament right now. Back with the Farm Bureau halftime show right after this on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
And we welcome you into the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show here on Baldwin Sports Live. Halftime show brought to you by Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services, there to help you protect what matters most. That's Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting and see how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. Well, let's take a look at our Baldwin Sports update here as we are at the half in a 22-20 Baldwin lead on top of Royal Valley. The Bulldogs with their first lead of the year coming in this game, and they led 8-7, and now they lead 22-20 here at the break. But let's look at the rest of the Baldwin Sports update, starting with the boys soccer team. They saw their season come to an end last night in the regional championship. You see that right there, the final 1-0, a loss to Tonganoxie, ending the Bulldogs season at 12-5-1. They opened their postseason on Tuesday when they defeated Maranatha Academy 4-0. Bulldogs got goals in that game from Ian Rimmer, Eli Dick, Devin Prather, and Utah Hester to win 4-0. But then last night in the cold and rain, they fall to Tonganoxie 1-0, the final, and the Bulldogs season is over, but a great 12-win year for those Baldwin Bulldogs. State cross country is coming up tomorrow in Wamego. Here's a look at the race schedule. 4A girls will run at 10 a.m. The 4A boys race will be at 11:20 a.m. Baldwin girls, the defending state champions, and now have won 4 of the past 6 4A girls cross-country state championships. Here's a look at the team for the Baldwin girls that will be trying to repeat as state champs. They pulled off that feat in 2017 and 2018 with back-to-back titles. They won 5 consecutive state titles from 2007 through 2011. Also back-to-back state championships for the girls cross-country team at Baldwin in 02 and 03. Overall 12 state titles for the Baldwin girls cross-country team since 2002. And they are one of the favorites going into tomorrow's race, but the strongest challenger is Eudora. They recently finished second to Eudora at both the Frontier League meet and the regional meet last weekend. Eudora, meanwhile, they have never won a girls cross-country state title, so something to watch for tomorrow as they look to pull that off. But Baldwin not going to go down easy. They are familiar with the course, having won the state championship there last year, and see if they can pull off a back-to-back state title. For the Baldwin boys, Caleb Carr, their lone runner in the state meet tomorrow. Carr finished 7th overall in the regional meet this past Saturday to qualify for state. Freshman Adam Messick just missed out on the cut to qualify as he finished 14th at regionals, just a few spots out of qualifying. Again, here's your schedule for that state cross-country meet tomorrow in Wamego. The 4A girls race, the Baldwin girls will race first at 10 a.m., and then the boys race is at 11:20 a.m., so Caleb Carr will be running in that one for Baldwin. All right, how about an update from state volleyball? There is the scores from so far what we've seen in Hutchinson. The Baldwin girls started their day with a 2-set victory over Augusta, 25-22, 25-9, but they just lost in their second match to Ottawa in 2 sets, 25-16, 25-16. So a bit of a surprise there in that one. Baldwin losing to Ottawa in the second match of pool play in the state tournament. And I'm going to go back and look here to see what the Bulldogs did against Ottawa this year in the regular season, but I'm pretty sure they faced him, and Bulldogs only lost 4 times all year, and I don't believe that was to Ottawa. So let's see how they fared against the Cyclones earlier this year, and they did win. The only match they had against them was a 4-set victory for Baldwin. The one time they played Ottawa, that was a home match for the Bulldogs, but unfortunately, on the bigger stage, it stayed Ottawa with the win, and Ottawa already defeated the number 2 overall seed Labette County as well. So all Ottawa has left is Augusta, which I would guess Ottawa should win that one based on the way they're playing right now. So that would put Ottawa in the semis, and that means the 8:30 match tonight, which is Baldwin and Labette County, is looking like that match will come down to be a big one. Baldwin, with a win in that match, would put themselves likely into the semifinals, pending what happens in that Ottawa-Augusta match. But it looks like Baldwin's going to have a must-win coming up against Labette County to try to move on to the semifinals, which will be tomorrow. That schedule tomorrow is 1 o'clock semifinals, and then the third place and state championship match will follow 25 minutes after the conclusion of those semifinal matches, which will be played at the same time. The Bulldogs, the number 3 seed in that state tournament, at state for the first time since 2017, and their 6th all-time state tournament. They did pick up their first state tournament victory since 2014 with that win earlier today over Augusta. There's your Baldwin Sports Update. We are at the half. Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show here in Baldwin tonight, where the Baldwin Bulldogs lead the Royal Valley Panthers 22-20 at the break.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health. Experience the creative home for Baldwin City, the Lumberyard Art Center. Featuring Lucy's Corner, a unique local arts boutique, an art gallery with year-round rotating exhibits featuring the work of local artists, creative classes for all ages, community theater, and of course, live local music with Lumberyard Live on High featuring area artists. Visit lumberyardartscenter.org for a full schedule of upcoming events and exhibits. The Lumberyard Arts Center. Create, play, innovate in the heart of downtown Baldwin City.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
We continue with our Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show in Baldwin City tonight, 22-20. Baldwin on top of Royal Valley here at the half. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent with a great company, then Kelly Neufeld is your guy. Give him a call at 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team are proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they love to support you in your financial future as well. Go check it out and visit with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. Take a look at some of the first half stats, and before we get into all the individual numbers, this is one of the things we talked about, Ryan, being a key in this game was time of possession, controlling the pace of this game. And so far, Royal Valley, they've got just shy of 15 minutes of possession. Baldwin at 9. The Panthers have run 41 plays. The Bulldogs have run just 21 plays. So those stats paint the picture towards Royal Valley, but Baldwin does lead 22-20. But as this game still has a whole half to play, it'd be nice to see Baldwin kind of even up those numbers a little bit more into their favor in this second half.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect really from the Panthers offense. They're so run heavy coming into this one, but from what I've seen the first half, though, they do a really good job mixing up their runs, kind of trying to pull guys out of position, some misdirection. So Baldwin's going to have to get some halftime adjustments on the defensive side of the ball. We got kind of a shootout going on, but on the other side offensively, we're not having as many plays, but the plays we're running are doing good. They had a couple quick strike shots down the field from Harvey, and he's been playing well outside of that interception. So
the Bulldogs have run half as many plays, but they're averaging twice as many yards per play. Royal Valley averaging 6.5 yards per play. Baldwin averaging 11 yards per play so far. For the Panthers, of the 41 plays they've run, 40 of them have been rushing plays. Their only pass attempt came on a 4th down and 6. It was broken up by Miguel Andazola. So 266 yards on the ground on 40 rushing attempts for Royal Valley. That's a healthy 6.7 yards per carry. Baldwin, 230 yards of offense, 88 on the ground, 142 through the air. They too averaging good numbers, 9.8 yards per rush, 11.8 yards per pass completion. 7 plays of over 10 yards, 4 of over 20 yards for the Bulldogs. Royal Valley with 5 10-plus yard plays, and 4 of those have gone for over 20. There was only 1 turnover in the first half. It was a costly one as the Bulldogs were driving down for what looks to be a score to take either a bigger lead or perhaps even take a 2-possession lead at that point. But the turnover resulted in quickly a score coming back the other way. And now coming out to start this second half, Baldwin, for the first time since that moment, will have a chance to kind of lead this back-and-forth battle. So far it's been Royal Valley scoring, Baldwin answering. Royal Valley scoring, Baldwin answering. Now it's Baldwin who has a chance, and if they can go down there and not only score but add a 2-point conversion as they have done successfully on 2 of their 3 drives, they'll have a chance to make this a 2-possession game, and all of a sudden that really changes the dynamic of this ball game if Baldwin can go out here and start the second half by making it a 10-point game.
Yeah, the opening drive in the second half is going to be a tone setter, whether or not you kind of let Royal Valley stay in the game, let them believe that they can play with you, or you try to take control of it a little bit and get a stranglehold on this game. So we'll see what happens in that opening drive.
We'll come back and take a look at the rest of those first half stats for you. It's Baldwin 22, Royal Valley 20 at the half. It's the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Elite Chiropractic provides the latest and most effective adjusting techniques and soft tissue work, while staying up to date on current treatment research to ensure each patient receives their own specialized care. Dr. Ethan James operates with a patient-first mentality, with a goal to get you back to normal as quickly and efficiently as possible. Elite Chiropractic accepts most insurance plans and works with patients of all ages. Get the relief you deserve. Call 785-594-1191 to make your appointment with Dr. Ethan James at Elite Chiropractic.
Halftime in Baldwin. The halftime show brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. More than just insurance coverage, Farm Bureau is there to assist in your insurance, investment, and wealth management needs. Go see Kelly and the team in downtown Baldwin City to sit down and discuss your financial well-being and how Farm Bureau Financial Services can help. Let's take a look at those first half stats for you here as Jack Harvey completed 9 of 12 first half passes for 142 yards, 3 touchdowns, did have the 1 interception. He ran 4 times for 42 yards as well. Connor Murray had just 1 carry for 27 yards. Cody Buck, 4 carries for 19 yards. Cole Mahaffey, his top target, 5 grabs, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns. Sam Darnell, 4 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown. For Royal Valley, only had 1 pass attempt out of McKenzie. It was an incompletion. On the ground, leading rusher is Trayson Murata. 13 carries, 111 yards, and a touchdown. Jamison Shane, 11 carries, 99 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Levi Parent, 15 carries for 56 yards in the first half. And it is a 22-20 ball game here at the break. We'll kick off the second half when we come back. You've been watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Baldwin 22, Royal Valley 20. Second half kickoff next on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
(22-20) Baldwin on top of Royal Valley as we get set to start the second half here tonight. Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce wants to remind you about Hometown Halloween tomorrow, Saturday, October 30th from 5 to 8 p.m. in downtown Baldwin City. Trunk or treat, a Halloween maze, a chocolate adventure, business trick-or-treating, and more. Don't miss out on Hometown Halloween coming up tomorrow, 5 to 8 o'clock in downtown Baldwin City. Got a Halloween costume this year, Ryan?
No, not really.
Have you ever been a Halloween guy? Back in the day.
Back in the day when I was a little smaller.
Did you go all out, or were you just something easy?
Oh yeah, no, all out. I remember. I think I went with Toy Story Woody a couple times. That was a go-to.
Wait, a couple times?
Yeah.
You recycled it?
Oh yeah.
I don't know that. I don't know that that's allowed. I mean, I'm not an all-out costume guy, but so I'll allow it. But I think the picky ones would tell you that you can't recycle it and go back to the well on that.
What was that chocolate adventure you were talking about?
I don't know.
That sounds interesting.
I don't know. Chocolate adventure. I like chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm up for an adventure.
Well, let's see how the second half goes here. I mean, teams started off on the wrong end, so not a great start, but flip it around and get it going.
Well, Jack Harvey had a great first half for the Bulldogs, and if the last several weeks is any indication, he should be in for a huge second half then. He has a quarterback rating of 43.2 in the first half the last 3 weeks, and a quarterback rating of 114.7 in the second half over the last 3 weeks. So the second half has been where it's been at for the Bulldog offense, and tonight they put up 22 first half points, and now we'll look to get back at it here as we kick off the second half. And Cody Buck looked like he was running in quicksand there, just could not get away from the defender who had him wrapped up at the 30-yard line. Brissett makes the stop, and that's where the Bulldog offense will begin from. And they will mark it at the 32-yard line. First down and 10, Bulldogs. Harvey threw 3 first-half touchdowns. Did have an interception as well.
Be interested to see how the play calling changes at all, if any, since Baldwin's playing with a lead kind of for the first time all year.
I'm having some issues with our crowd mic out there, so I apologize for that as Cody Buck takes the first down handoff for the Bulldogs, and that's a solid start to this second half as he takes it out to the 43-yard line. Give Buck 11 yards on that carry and another Bulldog first down.
DHS at the 43.
At the 43-yard line, first down and 10, Baldwin. They spread it out again, 4 wide receivers for Jack Harvey, who threw for 142 yards in the first half. His first pass attempt of the second half is a deep shot into triple coverage for Mahaffey, but it doesn't matter that there were 3 Panthers there defending. Cole Mahaffey comes down with it and is tackled at the 15-yard line.
Number 12, Jack Harvey's pass.
A 42-yard completion to Cole Mahaffey quickly puts the Bulldogs in striking distance.
Yeah, double cover him, triple cover him. Doesn't really matter sometimes. He's so big and athletic that Harvey just throws it up there. He's been really good on those deep balls. Mahaffey comes down with a big play. It's a good start to this opening drive.
6 catches, 128 yards, and 2 touchdowns tonight for Cole Mahaffey, and he is certainly not done at that number, as there's a lot of football left to be played tonight. Just underway, second half. Harvey, pitch out to Buck on the option. Cody is knocked down to the 11 or 12-yard line. So the short run will set up the second down and about 6 for the Bulldogs at the 11-yard line. All 3 touchdowns have come through the air so far. 2 of them to Mahaffey, who is slot left. 1 of them to Darnell, who is slot right.
6 for the Bulldogs.
Second and 6 at the 11. Harvey on a rollout, has Darnell out in the flat, makes the catch and leans in for the touchdown. His second of the night, and the Bulldogs take a 28-20 lead with 10:14 left in the third.
It's a Baldwin Bulldog touchdown.
Harvey just so good throwing on the run. Roll him out to his right there, and see he had Darnell open, put it on him. Sam did a good job just lean in to get 2 guys on him, get him in the end zone.
Second of the night, third of the year for Sam Darnell. Now a big 2-point conversion here. Up by 8. This will make it a 2-possession game. Out of the slot, Mahaffey on the end around is in for 2. So a big 2-point conversion with 10:14 left to play in the third quarter. The Bulldogs have taken a 2-score lead on top of Royal Valley, 30-20 here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
$10:14 left to play in the third quarter, and just the start that the Bulldogs were looking for in this second half. They only needed 4 plays to go 68 yards, 1 minute and 46 seconds off the clock, as Jack Harvey found Sam Darnell for his second touchdown catch of this ball game, and it's now a 10-point Bulldog lead. And there are whistles here. Is there a flag down? We might have had just an inadvertent whistle, or oh, there is a flag on the far side. It's right along the yard line, just can't hardly see it. So I think Baldwin was offside on the kickoff. And that is the call. Offside on the kickoff against Baldwin. So they will move it back 5 yards and re-tee.
Offsides called.
So from the 35-yard line, they re-tee it up, and Connor Murray will kick it away with 10-11 left in the third quarter. And sends this kickoff over their head back to the 12-yard line. Scooped up and back onto the return to the 27 or so. Vance Morgan able to trip up the return man, makes the stop for the Baldwin defense. Rossett on the return, and now
number 1, Tristan Capel.
Trailing by 10, the Royal Valley offense takes the field.
Bulldogs certainly don't want to ease up defensively, but for the first time all year, got a little bit of a lead, a little bit of leeway now.
And they hand off first down to Trayson Murata, who was their leading rusher in the first half. Again, in that first half of their 41 plays, 40 of them were rushing plays. The only pass play they called was on a 4th down and 6. And on first down, Murata gets 5 out to the 33-yard line. Stick with that quick pace. They come right back to the fullback, Levi Parrott. And he takes it to the 36-yard line for 3, sets up a 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, I think coming out of the gate, Royal Valley surprised the Bulldogs a little bit with that pace, that tempo, setting up to the line early, going a little hurry up, but now the Bulldogs dealing with it nicely.
And so nice that they have to take a timeout this time, of course, on cue, right?
Yeah.
So the Bulldogs use a timeout prior to this 3rd down, and I can see there on the screen that our timeout counters never got reset, so there they go. They're reset now. Now you see Baldwin down to 2 timeouts here with 9:20, and I apologize that we've lost all crowd noise for you here. Try to give you maybe just a sampling in there, but having issues with that crowd mic out there, and I don't know, I guess it doesn't like cold weather or something, so it's decided to shut itself down tonight.
Yeah, it and me both.
So it sounds like we're in a box, because we are in a box, but try to make the most of that for these final 2 quarters tonight. And what's been a good ball game, back and forth game between 2 teams that are hungry to try and end this season on a high note. It's been a 1-7 year for Royal Valley. Their 1 win came back on opening night. They have lost 7 in a row since by an average of 47 points per game. Baldwin has had some chances the last couple of weeks, but they are still in search of their first win of the season. And right now, the Bulldogs lead by 10. So a 3rd down and 2 coming out of the timeout. And look at the pile move. A mass of about 4 or 5 Panthers. And in the middle of that massive humanity was Trayson Murata, and he has the first down at the 45-yard line. Stay with it on the ground on 1st down and 10. Very short gain that time for Jamison Shane, who busted a couple of big runs in the first half. 29-yard and a 48-yard touchdown run in that first half for Shane. He gets just 1 on that carry, so it sets up a 2nd down and 9 with 8:47 counting left in the 3rd quarter. Handoff comes to Shane. The flag is thrown. Jake Van Horn makes the initial tackle there for the Bulldogs. Let's check the penalty flag after what is a 2-yard run for Shane. And it is a hold against Baldwin. No, okay, against, I was say, the initial signal was a hold against Baldwin, but it is a hold, in fact, against Royal Valley. So that takes the football back to the 38-yard line. And they will have a second down and 13, or 12 rather. Second down and make that 17. I'm bad at math right now. I needed to add that extra 5 yards from the yard marker. Second and 17 with 8:20 left to play in the third. Royal Valley trailing by 10. Nowhere to go for Jamison Shane on that handoff. He gets 1 to the 39. And make that Murata rather on the carry, but that sets up third and forever with this style of offense. 3rd and 16.
That's a big chance for the Bulldogs to really take a hold of this game now. This is not where the Panthers want to be offensively on 3rd and, what do you call that, Bryce, 16?
Yep,
All
16. Right. They have to get to the Baldwin 45-yard line for the first down. Ball at their own 39. They toss, but Shane was not there ready for it, and Jake Van Horn falls on it for Baldwin. So it did not look like Jamison Shane was expecting the toss from McKenzie. And Jake Van Horn, right place, right time. The freshman with the fumble recovery, and it sets up a short field for Baldwin and a chance to really put the grips on this one as they lead by 10, and a chance to now make this a 3-possession game perhaps. $7:25 to play, third quarter. The Bulldogs in range to score quickly, and they're going to try to do it with some razzle-dazzle. A reverse pass into the end zone, incomplete. Looking down the far sideline, Cole Mahaffey let that one rip after he got it on the reverse pass, and they were looking for Camden Holt, who I'm not sure on a snap count has even hardly been on the field this year.
I was going to say something, Bryce. They snuck him in there, and I kind of had feeling something fishy was going to happen because they snuck him in there. He's staying out there for this next play, but Mahaffey coming around is a decent pass. If he laid it out there a little bit more, it might have been a touchdown.
The sophomore Camden Holt, the target of the trick play. And why not take a shot at something fancy like that after that turnover? Now on 2nd and 10, they go back to a more conventional look. It's Harvey on the quarterback keep. Levi Parrott dives into the ankles to make the tackle at the 24-yard line. 5-yard run by Harvey sets up a 3rd down and 5.
5-yard gain, 3rd and 5.
Clock underneath of 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Big opportunity after the turnover here for Baldwin.
Certainly don't want to take your foot off the gas pedal, but you can continue to use a lot of that play clock. Run that clock down.
4 wide receivers for Jack Harvey on a 3rd down and 5. Fakes it to Buck, throws underneath on the hook up to his slot man on the right side, Sam Darnell, who's become one of his favorite possession targets. And that catch by Darnell moves the chains as they convert down to the 17-yard line. A 7-yard completion on a 3rd down and 5, and a Bulldog first down.
The 17-yard line.
Baldwin has scored on their last 3 possessions, if you don't count the 1-play possession that ended the first half. And now Jack Harvey gets to the outside and makes it 4 straight touchdown drives for the Bulldogs. 17-yard touchdown run by Jack Harvey.
Harvey doing it through the air, on the ground, scoring every which way, giving Baldwin 3-possession lead now. This is looking more and more like going to be a happy ending to the season for the Bulldogs.
Harvey has thrown for 4. He's now rushed for his first of this game and his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. 16-point lead. The 2-point conversion will, in fact, make it a 3-score game, like Ryan mentioned, which the way this one's gone would be maybe too much to overcome. They throw for it, and Mahaffey on the receiving end of the Harvey pass for 2. 6:02 left to play in the third, and the Baldwin Bulldogs now lead the Royal Valley Panthers 38-20 on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
6:02 left to play in the third, and the Baldwin Bulldogs have all of a sudden built an 18-point lead as they have scored now on 4 straight drives. If you take out that one-play drive that ended the first half after the forced turnover on downs, Royal Valley tonight has had 2 possessions that have ended on downs that have both been double-digit play drives. They had a 14-play drive that ended on downs and an 11-play drive that ended on a turnover on downs. So some missed opportunities there for Royal Valley, and the Bulldogs have really had just one missed opportunity tonight. That was an interception thrown on their second possession. Other than that, they've scored every time they've had the football. Back to the 32-yard line on the return for Royal Valley is Trayson Murata. And here comes the Royal Valley offense that is in desperate need of some points now. With 5:53 left to play in the third quarter, and the Panthers finding themselves trailing 18 points now after another 4-play scoring drive by the Bulldogs. It took a minute 23 seconds off the clock and was capped on a 17-yard run by Jack Harvey. From the 33-yard line, first down handoff to Trayson Murata. Cut down by Jack Harvey at the 39-yard line. It's a 6-yard first down run for Harvey. They've got 2 guys over 100 yards in this game. Both Shane and Murata have rushed for over 100. And this is Shane, who is into the secondary and gone. Showing off that speed once more. 62 yards to the house for Jamison Shane. Well, Royal Valley with the very quick answer. And this game, despite being in Baldwin's favor right now on that scoreboard, I don't think you can call it over yet, because Royal Valley continues to show they can score quickly as Jamison Shane has his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night, this one from 62 yards out.
Like you mentioned, showing off that speed, just once again breaks through a big hole in that line and just outruns everybody.
A 40-second drive ends with a touchdown run, but a failed 2-point conversion. And it's 38-26 Baldwin with 5:22 left to play in the third. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
(38-26) Baldwin. We've had plenty of highlight plays tonight in this ball game. Text Baldwin to 816-406-0051. Baldwin Sports Live is partnered with EZ Relic to give our viewers a chance to capture every moment of every game. Get every highlight sent right to your phone by texting Baldwin to 816-406-0051. Best of all, it's free. Learn more at ezrelic.com. This game has been filled with highlight plays. And a 38-26 Baldwin lead right now on Royal Valley, who just got the 62-yard run for the score by Jamison Shane. And now the Bulldog offense is back onto the field as Cody Buck brings that kickoff back to around the 36-yard line. 5:14 still to play in the third quarter. as both these teams are now getting close to reaching the territory of scoring more points in this game than they have scored all year coming into tonight. Baldwin entering play on the year, averaging 6.9 points per game. And for Royal Valley, they came in averaging 4.4 yards per play. And one of the few negative plays on the night for the Bulldogs here is Jack Harvey is caught in the backfield by Cody Wassinger, but there is a penalty flag on the play.
So we got to be careful not to have too many negative plays in a row. Be set back even further with a holding call here. Like I mentioned earlier, though, you can't take your foot off the gas even though you still got a 12-point lead. Royal Valley, they've shown that they can score quickly even though they just run the ball.
So they are going to decline this penalty because the play itself resulted in a 4-yard loss. Wassinger on that tackle for loss had Harvey in the backfield, so instead of 1st and 20, they'll make it 2nd down and 14. Still a long way to go tonight with 5 minutes left to play in the third. Baldwin leading by 12, looking to add to it. Harvey to throw. Out to the flat and dropped by Mahaffey, who has been big time tonight for the Bulldogs. 6 catches, 128 yards, and 2 touchdowns, but unable to reel that one in, and it brings up 3rd down and long for Baldwin. 3rd and 14. Have not faced many of these tonight.
Nah, you want to be careful here not to come in a silly turnover or something, giving them good field position. Worst case scenario, you don't get this and try to punt the ball, pin them deep. See what kind of play call they go with here. Usually these situations, they try to roll Harvey out, give him the option to run.
3rd and 14, ball to their own 32-yard line. Harvey swings it out to Murray out of the backfield, and Connor Murray ahead to the 40-yard line will be short. And they're going to be about 7 yards short still on that completion to Murray. Give them 7, but it's 4th down and 7 now.
Probably have to punt this football, though. We'll see what they do. Going for it in your own territory here could be dangerous.
And Jack Harvey, we've seen him punt the ball out of just a kind of normal shotgun-looking formation. They line up in their traditional 4-wide set. We'll see if they, in fact, go for it or whether Harvey punts it away without a return man back there. They are going to go for it. Harvey rolling to his left, fires over the middle and connects with Sam Darnell to move the chains. 13 yards, but there is a penalty flag, and it's an illegal man downfield against Baldwin. So a big penalty against the Bulldogs wipes out a 4th down conversion. And now, with it being 4th and even longer yet, Bob Lisher is probably going to have to punt the ball away now, you'd think.
Play kind of looked clanky from the start, that play action. Didn't see who the lineman was that got downfield, but got a little anxious.
So now 4th down and 12 from the 34-yard line. They are still lined up in what looks like the normal formation. We'll see if Harvey is going to continue to go for it. Another penalty has been thrown, and this looks like a neutral zone infraction, and it is against Royal Valley. So they signaled against Royal Valley, but they're marking it off the other way. And now they change the call. It's against Baldwin. So now you go 5 yards even further back.
Somebody lined up in the neutral zone maybe on the offense.
That's what, the call was. So
now you pretty much have to punt it, I think.
Now it's 4th and 17 for Baldwin. And the snap is dropped. Harvey able to pick it up off a hop and does get the punt away and gets a nice bounce. So after all of that, it ends up a punt down to the 34-yard line. Well, that certainly was not how they intended for that possession to end. But the good news is it didn't end in a disaster-type play. They were able to punt the ball out of there and get some field position back because of that. But it does sting because they had converted a 4th and 7, only to see it wiped off with penalties. Well, Royal Valley did not need much time last time they had it. They had a big run, 62-yard score from Jamison Shane on what was just the second play from scrimmage on the 67-yard touchdown drive. This time they start with Trayson Murata. Wesley Martin on the tackle for the Bulldogs after a short gain on first down. Give them 3, and it sets up a 2nd down and 7. With still 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. So plenty of time for Royal Valley, who found themselves down 3 scores a moment ago. Jamison Shane this time, and Wesley Martin once more on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Wrapped him up for no gain. Gave him 1 maybe on that last carry, so a 3rd down and 6 with under 3 to play in the third. Royal Valley down by 12. Coming near side of the handoff, Shane is stood up and driven backwards. Jake Van Horn on the tackle and limits Shane to just 1 more yard on that play, and a 4th down and 5 coming up for Royal Valley. So 3-1-1 are the yards they've gained on these 3 plays to start this drive. The Bulldog defense up to task, but they've got 1 more stop. We've seen these 4th down plays bust for big ones already tonight. Murata has had a couple of nice plays on 4th down. He's the deep back here, and he's the one who gets it off left tackle, but nowhere near the 1st down marker for Murata. He is stopped by Sam Darnell and Connor Murray a couple of yards short, and it's a turnover on downs. The Bulldog defense gets the stop, and they net about 25 yards in field position after the punt, and now the 4 and out stop, if you will.
Yeah, really nice job by the Bulldogs in interior defense there, just bowing up, stopping them, and now you put your offense in a pretty good spot here. Try to extend this lead back up to 3 possessions.
38-26 Baldwin with 1:57 left to play in the third. Handoff starts the possession with Cody Buck. And Cody, 5'8", 150-pound sophomore, lowers his shoulder into the defender and bowls him over forward for a nice 1st down carry. And it's a 9-yard 1st down run for Buck, and it sets up a 2nd and 1. From the 33-yard line, 2nd down and 1. Buck again on the handle. Breaks 1 tackle, trying to bounce to the outside. Has the 1st down and is stopped. It looks like just short of the 30, a 2-yard run. Buck, a lot of work for those 2 yards, but it does net the Bulldogs a 1st down. 1st and 10 coming up at the 31-yard line.
Yards for a Baldwin Bulldog. 1st and 10 BHS at the 31-yard line.
Baldwin trying to avoid a 2nd winless season the last 2 years. They had gone from 1997 to 2019 without a winless year before going 0-9 in 19. 0-7 entering play tonight in their season finale. Up by a dozen and looking for more on the deep shot, and somehow, even with the defender committing a pass interference penalty, Sam Darnell hauls it in for a 31-yard touchdown.
I have no idea how he caught that, Bryce. There's just guys hanging all over him. A risky pass from Harvey.
Oh, wait, they called the pass interference on Baldwin.
Really?
The initial signal from the official was pass interference against Baldwin. Okay, now they've changed it. I was going to say that's happened on numerous occasions tonight. All of a sudden, it was like, wait a second here.
The ref getting his directions mixed up a little bit.
So Sam Darnell over 100 yards for the 3rd consecutive game. 7 catches, 105 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Darnell, a junior. Harvey, a sophomore quarterback. I have a feeling next year you're going to hear that connection a lot again. What a finish to this season for Darnell. 117 yards against Bishop Ward, 126 against Osawatomie, and tonight He's at 105 with 3 touchdowns. Harvey keeps it himself and is in for 2. 46-26. The Bulldogs lead by 20 with 44 seconds to play in the third quarter here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Experience the creative home for Baldwin City, the Lumberyard Art Center, featuring Lucy's Corner, a unique local arts boutique, an art gallery with year-round rotating exhibits featuring the work of local artists, creative classes for all ages, community theater, and of course, live local music with Lumberyard Live on High featuring area artists. Visit lumberyardartcenter.org for a full schedule of upcoming events and exhibits. The Lumberyard Art Center. Create, play, innovate in the heart of downtown Baldwin City.
Still 44 seconds left to play in the third quarter, and the Baldwin Bulldogs now have 46 points up on the board. Coming into tonight, the Bulldogs had scored 48 points on the year, and they have 46 with a whole quarter to play. It has been an offensive explosion tonight. This passing attack for the Bulldogs has been special tonight as Jack Harvey is completing 78% of his passes tonight for 240 yards and 5 touchdowns. The latest drive, 3 plays, 42 yards, and a 31-yard touchdown. Ball returned by Brosette back to the 32-yard line. Tristan Capel along with Wesley Martin make the special teams tackle for Baldwin. So 38 seconds left for Royal Valley. And they have found themselves in a 20-point hole now, their largest deficit of this ball game. After a back and forth first half, the Bulldogs have taken control of this ball game in this second half with 3 out of 4 of their drives going for touchdowns. And for Royal Valley, they've had 2 of their 3 end in a turnover or a turnover on downs. Now on their 4th possession of the half, Jamison Shane starts it out with a 12-yard run out to the 44-yard line. Capel on the tackle. It is a first down for the Panthers. Murata hit at the hip right as he hit the hole, and a flag comes flying in from the umpire. So it's a 1-yard run, but it won't stand. It's a hold. Once again, points the wrong way initially, but it's a hold against Royal Valley.
Yeah, you mentioned it, though. I mean, there's so many young guys on this Baldwin team. This would be a big one for the seniors to get them out of here on a winning note, but you got to feel good about going forward. Looking back on this last game of the year, maybe next year you get a good base for your team.
Final play likely of the third quarter, and it goes for a no gain. Nothing there on that 1st and 20 as Jamison Shane is shut down by Davidson and Van Horn for a no gain. 2nd and 20 for Royal Valley when we start the 4th quarter. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Start of the fourth quarter from Liston Stadium in Baldwin City tonight, 46-26. The Baldwin Bulldogs with a big-time showing here tonight in their season finale. On a 2nd down and 20 to start the quarter, Trayson Murata able to get the edge. Tristan Capel eventually makes the tackle, but a big chunk on a 2nd and 20. Gives 17 yards on that carry to Trayson Murata, and that sets up a much more manageable 3rd down after a 2nd and 20 turns into a 3rd and 3 now. Quickly back at it, they go to Levi Parrott, and the fullback moves the chains as he takes it to the 45 of Baldwin, 1st down and 10. Brett Davidson making the tackle, but not before the 4-yard run and a new set of downs for the Panthers. Jamison Shane again. A 3-headed monster of Shane, Murata, and Parrott tonight. They've all had nice games. Harvey and Nowak make the tackle after the 6-yard run there by Shane. Shane and Murata both over 100 yards in this one. Parrott at 69 yards for the game. A flag is thrown as Shane picks up 3 down to the 41-yard line. It was going to be just short of a 1st down, but it looks like the penalty flag is going to bring this one back. Baldwin bench believes there was a hold on that play, and instead it's an illegal formation against Royal Valley. So it's now 2nd down and 9. Ball back at the 44-yard line of Baldwin. Clock running with under 11 minutes to play tonight. The Bulldogs honing in on their first win of the year. If they can hold on to a 20-point lead now in this 4th quarter. McKenzie to throw for just the 2nd time of the ball game. Puts it up for grabs, looking for for Tyson Parks. And the pass is incomplete with Cody Buck in coverage for Baldwin.
I was going to say eventually, Royal Valley is going to have to start throwing the ball if they want to get back into this one. They've been gashing some big runs every now and then, but just not enough to get back into a 20-point game.
And there was a penalty as well. It's a roughing the passer against Baldwin.
I saw Harvey had a free rush on him from the blind side, and I followed the ball. He must have got a hit on him late.
So a 15-yard personal foul, roughing the passer, gives Royal Valley a 1st down instead of a 3rd down and 9. It's now 1st down and 10 at the 29-yard line of Baldwin. Costly penalty keeps this drive alive for Royal Valley, and it's a pretty much must-score drive. From here on out, everything is a must-score for Royal Valley. Murata on the carry. Inside the 20, he takes it. And it looks like it's going to be enough for another Royal Valley 1st down. Capel makes the tackle after the 12-yard run down to the 18-yard line.
Well, you don't have to throw the ball if you're going to get 10 yards per run.
And they will go back to Murata.
Much better that time.
Yep, just a yard on that carry. Harvey and Darnell with the tackle. Yeah, conventional thinking would say you need to go to the air, but I don't know that that's probably
not a part of their DNA.
Yeah. I just don't know that they have the odds of them completing enough passes to make that even work are so low based on what they've done throughout the whole year that they're just going to have to keep running the ball and just hope that they can break off some big chunk plays. And really, that's all Baldwin has to avoid right now. If they give up 4 or 5 yards of play, it's going to take way too much time. As Shane gets tripped up at the 10-yard line, a yard short of a first down. 7-yard run there for Jamison Shane. And really the only way Baldwin can let this game get away from him is by giving up those 50, 60-yard scores and then having quick possessions when they get the ball back. Levi Parrott bowls his way down inside the 5, down to the 1-yard line. A 3rd down and 2 run for Parrott. It is a first down, and it sets up a first down and goal now at the 1-yard line.
Got to give them credit, though. They are good at what they do.
Yep, the Bulldogs did not get off the field in time. They had an extra guy out there. It's not going to matter as Levi Parrott busts his way into the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown run. I don't even think they actually threw the penalty flag. They just decided, it's not even worth it. Baldwin had a guy running off the field, didn't even get close to making it off in time, but I think the writing was on the wall that Parrott was going to score the touchdown, so they just decided, whatever.
Don't bother.
It's not going to matter. They're going to decline it anyway. So, 1-yard score by Parrott makes it 46-32. So a 14-point game. 2-point conversion try is a good one as Murata takes it in from 2 yards out on the 2-point conversion, and it is 46-36. 46-34 with 9:24 left to play the 4th. Royal Valley not done yet. Baldwin sent to get it back up a dozen.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
46-34, Baldwin by 12 with 9:24 left to play in the ball game. If you're Royal Valley, you're happy you scored, but it took them 11 plays, 3 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock to get that touchdown. And at that rate, there's probably not enough time left for them to keep having drives like that. So Baldwin just needs to avoid the disaster on offense now.
Interesting to see if they go onside kick here. Got 3 timeouts left, but like you said, they take a long time to score.
They do go onside kick, but they were offside. It was recovered anyway by the Bulldogs, but the play is dead on the offside, so Baldwin can't decline the penalty and take the recovery.
Conventional football thinking would say, got a little over 9 minutes left. You're only down 2 scores, 3 timeouts. That's a ton of time.
Right.
But like you said, the way they run the ball offensively, they take a lot of time, even with that up-tempo. See if they try for the onside kick again here.
They might as well. They are 5 yards further back, but Drew Flick recovered that last one, albeit didn't count, and we'll see if they go right back that same target on this onside kick. 419 yards rushing tonight for Royal Valley. I mean, those are numbers you're going to love.
Yeah.
They've run 64 plays, 62 of them rushes, averaging 6.8 yards per rush, but they still trail by 12 with 9:24 to go because the Bulldogs are averaging over 10 yards per play in a much more balanced effort tonight. So here's the onside kick. This time they pop it up, and it's off the hands of the Baldwin return man. Loose ball on the turf right at midfield, but the Bulldogs have recovered. So they had to hold their breath there for a moment. It's recovered right at midfield by Vance Morgan after it initially went off the hands of Patrick Heersink.
I mean, that was as good of an onside kick as I've seen in a while. It got that really high hop. That's what you're looking for. It's when the receiving team starts getting a little nervous, watching the ball up there. The guys are coming down to hit you hard.
So Baldwin will take over at midfield. They lead by 12. And at this point in time, trying to use some clock is first and foremost as Connor Murray gets the handoff and a nice first down run. Murray chugs his way down near the 42-yard line. A 7-yard, make it an 8-yard run on first down for Connor Murray on just his second carry of the game. He also has one reception out of the backfield. Clearly you want points if you're Baldwin, but if you can use up, 3-4 minutes, that's just as good as any points at this point in time.
Right. You definitely don't want to turn it over. That's the number one coaching point.
Now, ball security and utmost importance right now for Baldwin, who leads 46-34 with under 9 to play. Murray again. Nice little cut in the backfield to get the first down. Connor down to the 35-yard line. Another 8 yards there. And it's a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Clock momentarily stopped at 8:32 left to play in the ball game.
Connor Murray's been another guy that's just gotten better every single game this year. That's why looking forward for Baldwin, into next year. You got to be pretty optimistic, thinking that gonna have a little more competitive team. A lot of these guys get in the weight room in the summer, maybe get a little bigger and stronger, and have a competitive football team.
Well, I think the biggest thing will be just sheer numbers. Can they
Right.
get some more numbers on the team next year? Because with the numbers this year, there's so few. I mean, they could, at the start of the year, as Murray once again takes the handoff, and just a couple this time for Murray. But at the start of the year, they couldn't even practice a full 11-on-11. They had coaches out there running scout team linebackers because they didn't have 22 guys on the practice field.
Guy down for Baldwin.
And there is an injured Bulldog here with 7:51 left to play. So that, I think, is goal number one for Bob Lisher as he heads into year number 2 next season, is just get some of the numbers up, get some guys back out on the team in order to provide some looks in practice, give you some depth, whether it's even just to spell some guys on special teams.
Yeah.
In order to stay fresher throughout ball games and hope to compete in some of those earlier games on the schedule, where this year they just did not compete, and it was not a surprise. Bob Lisher knew coming in this year those first few games were going to be a struggle just because of the youth and the sheer lack of numbers. But there's no question the Bulldogs have improved as this season has gone on, and some of these underclassmen who took some lumps this year, to be quite blunt, probably guys who shouldn't have been playing varsity football, not because of a skill level necessarily, but just because of the maturity level.
Right.
A lot of underclassmen having to go toe-to-toe with juniors and seniors on the other side, and that can be tough, and that can almost stunt some improvement sometimes, but it doesn't feel like that's been the case this year. The Bulldogs have used this as a big-time learning season, and hopefully that will spell good things in future years for this Bulldog program, as Brett Davidson is able to get up and walk off the field under his own power here for the Bulldogs with 7:51 left to play in the ball game and leading 46-34.
It's also a big game, just like you were mentioning, though, in terms of maybe attracting some more interest this next year. You see the guys out there having some fun, putting up some points, having a good game. So hopefully, you get out of here healthy. That's one of the biggest things I see. Darnell also sitting on the bench. Looks like he's out for the rest of this one. So,
and what a night he's had.
Yeah.
105 yards and 3 touchdowns. And big season for Darnell, leading receiver this year for the Bulldogs. Second down and 8 from the 33 of Royal Valley. They keep handing it off to Connor Murray. This is the Connor Murray drive. He has handled it every time so far on the drive. He picks up 8 more as he has gone 4 carries for 26 yards on this drive, trying to close out a Bulldog victory. It would end an 8-game losing streak going back to their final game from last year and avoid what would be a second winless year the last 3 seasons. They went 0-9 in 2019, but they are in a position with 7 minutes to go, up by 12, to avoid that fate here in 2021. Third down and 1, and before they snap it, they will take a timeout with the play clock winding down with 7:04 left to play now in the contest, and a third down and 1 coming up out of the timeout for the Bulldogs. Once again, Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. fast-growing, family-owned company that specializes in CNC machining and fabrication of parts, components, and assemblies for a wide range of industries. You can email the sales team at sales@riceprecision.com to get more information on how they can potentially assist you in your manufacturing needs. Just learn more about all the industries that they produce for: food processing, heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, many, many more. And they're always looking to add to their great team there at Rice Precision Manufacturing as well. So inquire about job opportunities with an email to jobs@riceprecision.com. .704 left to play, and a 3rd down and 1. This time Harvey will keep it, and had to break a couple of tackles to move the chains, but he does so successfully. But now at the end of that run, it's Harvey who is slow getting up for the Bulldogs. So it's a 3-yard run for Jack on a 3rd down and 1, and Harvey began to hobble towards the sideline. Now he'll hobble back into the huddle.
Certainly a guy you don't want to see get injured. You don't want to see anybody get injured at this point, but good wrestler going into the winter sports season.
And he will throw on 1st and 10. It's dropped by Mahaffey. Jamison Shane, give him coverage, or give him credit for the coverage. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. Does stop the clock with 6:53 left to play. Baldwin not out of the woods yet. A score to cap off this drive, though, would go a long way to putting the nail in the coffin for Baldwin tonight. High snap. Harvey juggles it to himself. Now throws it up for Mahaffey. Underthrown a bit. And Mahaffey trying to sell it on the catch, but it skipped off the turf. Incomplete.
It's a good effort. Thought he might have gotten a hand under that. We don't have the instant replay here.
Yeah, it would be interesting to get a look at the replay. I mean, just your initial look at it as the officials see it, you assume that ball bounced off the turf. But it's one of those, if we were watching this game on a Sunday or a Monday night, Saturday afternoon, it'd be seeing replay after replay to
be a 5-minute replay review.
To look inside and slow-mo and a fingernail under there. So after back-to-back incomplete passes, it's now 3rd down and 10. Another high snap. Harvey controls it, finds Andazola on the quick pass out to the right flat, but that actually goes backwards. A 3-yard loss on the completion to Andazola. Brossette on the tackle, and all of a sudden,
you got to be careful here with this now.
It looked like Baldwin was just going to march it right down the field and score, or at least use some clock, but then after 2 straight incompletions and that completed pass, but a timeout has been taken. There's now still 6:40 to go and a 4th down and 12 coming up. If you don't convert this, Royal Valley's going to have it back with, I mean, in reality, still plenty of time. Down by 2 scores. So this game is certainly not in the books yet for Baldwin. Well, I was looking down on the stats, but on the scoreboard, they charged that timeout to Baldwin, but was that who called it?
I didn't see. I'm
imagine that Baldwin would have taken the timeout.
If I had to guess, it would be Royal Valley.
You're right. I'm going to, on our end, charge it to Royal Valley, because I just don't see any rhyme or reason why Baldwin, if you're going to take the timeout, you wouldn't have taken it until your play clock was winded down. So I think that was just a misfire on the scoreboard there. So we're going to go with a Royal Valley timeout. Either way, this is a big 4th down now. 4th and 12. Harvey swings it out to Cody Buck at the 25-yard line, down to the 20, but he will not be anywhere near the 1st down. So the Bulldogs turn it over on downs with 6:32 to go. Tackle on that 4th down play made by Ashton Wood.
Number 72.
So that has certainly opened the door for Royal Valley here with 6:32 to play. They get it back down by a dozen. Again, this is not, in theory, what you would describe as a quick strike team, a team that doesn't do anything but run, but we have seen them strike quickly tonight. They have some speed in that backfield with Murata and Shane, to where if they get in the open field, they can quickly take it the distance. This is from the 20-yard line. First down and 10, Royal Valley, and this is Jamison Shane on first down. But the Bulldogs stack him up after just a 4-yard run. Harvey on the tackle along with Buck. If this were the first quarter of the ball game, you'd say, yeah, 4 yards on a first down carry, we'll take it. But in the situation, 4 yards a pop, not going to get the job done. Now Parrott, the fullback. Not a lot there for him. Give it to the 27-yard line, maybe 3.
Just have to know if you're the Bulldogs that their back's up against the wall. You can't fall asleep and let somebody get in behind you on play action.
Here's a toss on 3rd down and 3, and the Bulldogs are there in the backfield to make the stop. Van Horn makes the tackle, but it was Connor Murray who forced him back inside, redirected him, and the loss of 3 yards makes it 4th down and 6. .5:25 to play, and a timeout is taken by Royal Valley. With 5:25 to go, big 4th down coming up. Royal Valley up against it here as they try to keep their hopes alive late in this one.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Fourth down at 6 coming up for Royal Valley. You feel like their last chance hinges on a conversion here. If they are unable to go down and score on this drive, Baldwin likely in a position to win this ball game. But Royal Valley has a chance still here as Aiden McKenzie will keep it, and he is into the secondary and all kinds of room. Mahaffey runs him down, but just when Royal Valley needed a big play, they get it as Aiden McKenzie. The quarterback does not keep it often. Most of the time, he gives it to one of those three-headed monsters in the backfield, Parrott, Shane, or Murata. This time, McKenzie on a 4th and 6 keeps it, and he rips off a huge gain. 41 yards on the 4th down run by McKenzie. Quickly they go. It's back to Murata on the carry. Short gain there on a 1st and 10. Give them 3 to the 32-yard line.
I mean, it's a couple things. Like I said earlier, they're really good at what they do. And eventually you just kind of get worn down after, pounding you right in the mouth all game long. It's 4th quarter. This is usually the time. 2nd
down and 7. Jamison Shane on the carry. Can't get away from Andazola. Picks up another 3.
Number 2, Cody Buck. Number 68, Wesley Martin.
And it brings up 3rd down and 4 from just inside of the Baldwin 30-yard line. The clock at 4.5 minutes left to play. Back on the ground to Murata. Inside the 20, he takes it down to the 18-yard line. Newman and Capel on the tackle, but it's an 11-yard run by Murata. And a 1st down in the red zone.
Yeah, you can just see the Baldwin D-line really getting worn down and tired.
Back they go to Shane. Another solid 1st down run down to the 12-yard line. 5 more yards. Down to 4 minutes left in the ball game. Royal Valley stays with it. Levi Parrott up the middle for a touchdown. So with 3:56 left to play, Royal Valley has pulled within 6 points, and we've got ourselves a ball game again.
Don't go anywhere. This is a good old-fashioned barn burner.
A 20-point lead here in the fourth quarter for Baldwin, but it is now down to 6, and Aiden McKenzie trims it down 2 more to 46-42 on a 2-point conversion. My, oh my, 3:56 to play, 46-42. Baldwin leads Royal Valley here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Well, 46-42 the score with 3:56 to go. It was 46-26 Baldwin here in the fourth quarter, but Royal Valley has now scored touchdowns on their last 2 possessions. They stopped the Bulldogs a turnover on downs. They're up to 498 yards rushing in this game. And this game is far from over now.
I mean, we need a stats guy to look up what the rushing yards record is. Game, that might be approaching it.
Well, they have certainly dedicated themselves to the ground game. They have thrown the ball twice on their 73 plays run in this game. Royal Valley has run 73 plays. Baldwin has run 44 plays. The Bulldogs have given about 6 minutes more of time of possession in this game. Or about 8 minutes, rather, more of time of possession. They've defended 30 more plays than they've run themselves. And in a 4-point game, a kick down the sideline, loose ball on the sideline, goes out of bounds. Royal Valley was the first to get to it, but not before it rolled out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That was awfully close on that onside kick attempt.
It was dangerously close. You see Baldwin lining up on that line ready for the onside kick. They tried to squib it over him a little bit. We've seen that all year long. Just about worked. Still a ton of time left, 3:56 now. Really need to put together a drive here, and points would be preferable. Things are getting a little nervous around here.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs will set up at the 41-yard line after that, or rather at the 46-yard line after that kickoff out of bounds.
Remember, no Darnell now, so I think Mahaffey's going to be the main target through the air.
Didn't look like that would be a big deal when they were up 20. But now that lead is down to 4. And there's still 3 minutes and 56 seconds to play. Now only one timeout remains for Royal Valley. As the Bulldogs hand it off to Cody Buck. He picks up 4 to midfield. Tackle made by Brosette. So with only the one timeout remaining, the Bulldogs are really only a couple of first downs away from ending this ball game.
The way things have gone, that I wouldn't say it that easy, though.
Well, that's a valid point. They face second down and 6 at midfield with 3:23 and counting. Jack Harvey will keep an eye down on that play clock. 12 seconds and counting. And wait till every second of that play clock is used up before snapping the football. There's the snap, gives it to Cody Buck. And Buck takes it to the 47 for 3 more. And not to get picky, but that's the ideal situation, is to take till third down to get the first down.
Right.
But at this point in time, you'll take first downs however you can get them. Just move the chains here a couple of times, as we will see the next snap come at around the 2:20 mark, around about 2:25 mark of this fourth quarter. And it's a 3rd down and 3. After back-to-back handles by Buck, he comes out of the game on this 3rd down and 3. And it will be Connor Murray, who is the tailback next to Jack Harvey, out of the shotgun here for a 3rd down and 3 snap from the 47-yard line. Harvey, after the fake to Murray, keeps it himself, and he lost his footing as he was lunging forward, but he does have enough to move the chains. Mark it at the 43-yard line, a 4-yard run on 3rd and 3, and a big first down there for Baldwin, as now the clock will go underneath of 2 minutes to go, and Royal Valley has just 1 timeout remaining. So 1 more first down will put the finishing touches outside of a botched snap on a victory formation kneel down, which I guess don't rule anything out.
Change the channel yet.
Don't rule anything out, but right now Baldwin in a great spot if they can convert 1 more first down.
You mentioned it. Ball security is going to be huge right now.
Yeah, no reason to try to fight for those extra yards. Get down, they throw it on 1st down and 10, and it's caught by Mahaffey at the 35-yard line. So I guess give them credit for calling a play that you wouldn't expect. It works out, but whew, man, that is some risk there involved with throwing the ball in this situation. They get 8, and the clock keeps running. Not only do you risk turning it over, you risk stopping the clock for Royal Valley there, but all that's aside, they converted it.
Yeah, it's one of their favorite plays, though, that little pop pass. They feel really confident in that one.
I feel more confident handing it to the belly of Connor Murray here on 2nd down and 2. Again, Harvey waiting for that play clock to wind down. It's underneath the 10 seconds now. Clock down near a minute to play. Here's the snap. There's the handoff to Murray, and Connor Murray goes right up the gut for a big gain all the way down to the 17-yard line, and that will all but do it. 18-yard run by Connor Murray should put the finishing touches on a first win of the year for the Baldwin Bulldogs.
What a ball game, though. Give Royal Valley a lot of credit for making this a ball. They could have just rolled over and quit last game of the year, down 20, going into the 4th, but really good football game.
Royal Valley uses their final timeout with 51 seconds to go, so all they will take now for the Bulldogs is a couple of kneel downs, and they will put a 1 in the win column this year, which, again, may not sound like a bunch, but for a team that was up against some long odds this year with just the numbers the way they were, they had to cancel a game earlier this year because they simply didn't have enough guys healthy to play the game because of COVID, because of injuries. But here they are on the final game of the year, and they got to go into the victory formation.
Been waiting all year to run this formation. It's the best one in football.
So Harvey just needs to get the clean snap from his center, Jonathan Wren. He does. He kneels down, and that will be the second to last play of this season. They'll have to do it one more time, and that will put the finishing touches on a season-capping victory for the Baldwin Bulldogs.
What a way to go out for the seniors, though. One last home game for you. Go out with a win.
It is not a big senior class. Miguel Andazola, Cole Mahaffey, Zane Nowak. That's the senior group. It's a small one. But they are going to walk off the field here at Liston Stadium for the final time as winners. Final kneel down there from Harvey. The Baldwin crowd will cheer the Bulldogs back over to their sideline as Baldwin has won this game tonight over Royal Valley, 46-42. The final score. The Bulldogs finish the year at 1-7. And Royal Valley closes their 2021 year at 1-8. Back to wrap it all up for you with the final numbers and more on the Baldwin Sports Live post-game show. And we'll have our work cut out for us trying to choose tonight's Elite Chiropractic Elite Performance. Plenty of good ones to choose from. Back with that right after this on Baldwin Sports Live.
Experience the creative home for Baldwin City, the Lumberyard Art Center, featuring Lucy's Corner, a unique local arts boutique, an art gallery with year-round rotating exhibits featuring the work of local artists, creative classes for all ages, community theater, and of course, live local music with Lumberyard Live on High featuring area artists. Visit lumberyardartcenter.org for a full schedule of upcoming events and exhibits. The Lumberyard Art Center. Create, play, innovate in the heart of downtown Baldwin City. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to. At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
All right, and we are back on the Baldwin Sports Live post-game show. 46-42, the final score tonight as the Baldwin Bulldogs get their first win of the year. Now 1-7. Royal Valley ends their year at 1-8. This game was 46-26. Looked like the Bulldogs were going to run away with this victory, but Royal Valley, to their credit, did not give up. They fought back and took this one all the way down to the wire, made Baldwin earn every bit of it, but the Bulldogs able to hold on to the end and win this ball game 46-42. Your final tonight from Lishton Stadium in Baldwin City. It means it is time for tonight's Elite Performance, brought to you by Elite Chiropractic. For Elite Performance, you need elite care. Dr. Ethan James can keep your body in peak condition with the most up-to-date and effective adjusting techniques. Treatments for all ages and for all kinds of issues, from sports injuries to general wellness. Go see Elite Chiropractic to get the relief you deserve. Call 785-594-1191 to make your appointment with Dr. Ethan James at Elite Chiropractic. Big performances across the board tonight for Baldwin on a night where they put up 46 points, 438 yards in this game. They averaged over 8 yards per play in this ball game. And tonight's elite performance goes to the guys that paved the way for all of that offensive production to happen. We're giving our elite performance tonight to that unit up front, the offensive line of the Baldwin Bulldogs, who kept Jack Harvey clean in the pocket so he could throw the ball all around the yard for over 250 yards tonight, and allowed this rushing attack to run for almost 7 yards per carry tonight. So the elite performance to those 5 starting offensive linemen: Jake Van Horn, the left tackle; Wesley Martin, the left guard; Jonathan Wren, the center; Dylan Williams, the right guard; and Brett Davidson, the right tackle. An offensive line they will all be returning next year, which is something that Bob Lisher has to be liking the thought of after seeing the way they've improved throughout this year. Both the tackles, Jake Van Horn and Brett Davidson, freshmen; Dylan Williams, the right guard, a sophomore; and Wren and Martin, both juniors. So he gets all 5 of them back next year. And I tell you what, for being underclassmen, 3 of the 5 out there, for being guys who have to play, for the most part, both ways all game long, they've really done a good job all year keeping Jack Harvey clean when it comes to throwing the football in the passing game, rushing the football. Tonight, certainly the best game they've had in that regard, but a great season capping performance by that unit, that offensive line. Tonight's elite performance.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those positions that you don't get a lot of praise when you win, but those, I mean, you can't win without them. I mean, the big guys up front, they like you said, been really good all year, offensively and defensively. I mean, just holding their own. And, yeah, I mean, looking towards next year, you got to be really optimistic. Not only the offensive line, but you got a lot of skill position guys that are going to have a whole year to get better. And so the outlook is good in the future for Baldwin.
Baldwin wins it tonight 46-42. We're back with the final numbers for you right after this.
Elite Chiropractic provides the latest and most effective adjusting techniques and soft tissue work, while staying up to date on current treatment research to ensure each patient receives their own specialized care. Dr. Ethan James operates with a patient-first mentality, with a goal to get you back to normal as quickly and efficiently as possible. Elite Chiropractic accepts most insurance plans and works with patients of all ages. Get the relief you deserve. Call 785-594-1191 to make your appointment with Dr. Ethan James at Elite Chiropractic.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Baldwin Bulldogs winners tonight in their season finale as they defeat the Royal Valley Panthers 46-42. Our final from Liston Stadium. Let's take a look at tonight's final numbers. Royal Valley, 498 yards of offense, all of it rushing, as they had 73 plays on offense tonight. 71 of them were rushes. 2 passing plays, both incomplete passes. Baldwin, 46 points on 438 yards, 187 on the ground, 251 through the air. And they did even up the time of possession a little bit more in that second half. It's a 2 minutes and 17-second edge in time of possession tonight for Royal Valley, despite running 22 more plays than the Bulldogs. Individual numbers in this game for Royal Valley, they nearly had 3 guys go over 100 yards on the ground. Jamison Shane, 22 carries, 198 yards and 3 touchdowns. Trayson Murata, 25 carries, $177 and 1 score. Levi Parrott, 21 carries, 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. Aiden McKenzie, 3 carries for 35 yards. For the Bulldogs, Jack Harvey had his best game of the year, 17 out of 23. That's 74% through the air for 251 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 interception for a quarterback rating of 130.6. He had 2 receivers go over 100 yards, which I do believe I called in the pregame show tonight that both Mahaffey and Darnell would have a chance to go over 100 each, and they do. Mahaffey, 7 catches, 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. Sam Darnell, 7 catches, 105 yards and 3 touchdowns tonight. Jack Harvey led the team in, did not lead the team in rushing. It was Connor Murray who ended up as their leading rusher. 6 carries for 70 yards tonight for Murray. Harvey carried 11 times for 65 yards and a touchdown. And Cody Buck added 10 carries for 52 yards tonight as the Bulldogs pick up a win, 46-42. Wesley Martin leads the team in tackles tonight with 9 stops. Jack Harvey had 7. Andazola and Darnell with 6 apiece. Levi Parrott, the leading tackler, with 8 stops for Royal Valley. So 46-42, your final in this one, as the Bulldogs in their season at 1-7. For Royal Valley, they have dropped 14 straight road games now, as they go back to 2018, last time they picked up a road win, and they are unable to do that here tonight. But the Bulldogs, with this victory, will at least be able to start next season with a win in their last ball game, and most of these guys, outside of only 3 seniors, will be back, and hopefully many more that weren't on the team this year. As again, that's the big task right now for this Baldwin program: build the numbers back up. And this year they were certainly low on numbers, but they finished on a high note here with a 46-42 victory tonight. I haven't seen any update from Hutch there yet.
No, I think they're probably playing as we speak.
Yeah, so the Baldwin girls, of course, in the state volleyball tournament going on right now in Hutch. They won their first match today, defeated Augusta in their first match in 2 sets. Their second match of the day, in a bit of a shocker, really, a loss to Ottawa, who has been the team of the tourney so far, if you will, on that pool. They have won 2 of them, but Labette County, who is the number 2 seed, they just lost to Augusta also, so they're 0-2. So sometimes those seedings can be a little misleading. But yeah, so the 7:30 match has not concluded yet even, and the Baldwin girls are scheduled for the 8:30 match, which we're an hour after that, and they haven't even started that one yet.
Right.
So it's going to be a late night there at Hutch for the Baldwin girls. If they win that match against Labette County, who is now 0-2, then Baldwin will likely, and I say likely because Augusta, technically, if they beat Ottawa, you'd end up with a 3-way tie of 2-1s, and I don't exactly know what they do to break that 3-way tie, because it'd be 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, and they've all beaten each other. So I'm not sure what they do.
Yeah, it'd be interesting what the tiebreaker there
they
is.
may go to set victories then. I don't know if they go to a set record, which that ultimately could be tied as well if they end up being all 2-setters. So anyway, I don't know. That's above my pay grade to figure that one out. But first things first, Baldwin has to win against Labette County. That you know that. They got to take care of business in that one. And actually, they would turn into Ottawa fans at this point. If Ottawa beats Augusta and then Baldwin beats Labette County, it would be Ottawa and Baldwin who would advance out of Pool 2 in 4A. On the other side, Bishop Miege, who's always one of those favorites, they actually lost their first game to Andale. They did beat Circle. Circle beat McPherson, who also lost to Andale. So Andale, the driver's seat there on the other side of that pool play in the Class 4A state volleyball tournament. But hopefully the Bulldogs will continue playing tomorrow, 1 o'clock semifinals with the consolation and championship match to follow. Cross country tomorrow as well for state Baldwin girls looking for a back-to-back state cross country championship. They'll run at 10 a.m. tomorrow in Wamego. And Caleb Carr represents the Baldwin boys cross country team as their lone runner in the boys race, which is at 11:20 tomorrow. That's going to wrap it up for our fall sports season here on Baldwin Sports Live. I hope you had some fun tuning in throughout the fall sports season. I know Ryan and myself had some fun bringing you Baldwin football, volleyball, and soccer here in this fall season. Plenty more to come here on Baldwin Sports Live as we turn the page into the winter sports season with basketball and wrestling on deck next. So be sure to check out BaldwinSportsLive.com for the updated broadcast schedule for the winter sports season when that is all finalized, and we'll get that all posted up there for you for winter sports season, which is just around the corner. We'll get about a month away and then back at it early December for winter sports season and basketball and wrestling. So until then, for Ryan Hilmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. Thanks for tuning in tonight here on Baldwin Sports Live, where the Baldwin Bulldogs pick up a season-ending victory, defeating the Royal Valley Panthers 46-42, your final tonight.
You've been watching the Baldwin Bulldogs on Baldwin Sports Live. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, Family Medicine of Baldwin City, Morning Star Care Homes, Trindle Lumber Company, State Farm Agent Cody Anno, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, Elite Chiropractic, the Lumberyard Arts Center, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. Visit BaldwinSportsLive.com for the schedule of upcoming broadcasts on your home for the Baldwin